Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to talk about aesculus hypocastum. Aesculus hypocastum is a remedy used for piles for so many long years. We know its common name is known as horse chestnut. So in olden times, when there used to be chest complaints of horses, aesculus was used to cure them. Again, some people used to keep aesculus hypocastum nuts in their pockets, so it was known it would prevent piles. And the cattle who used to feed on these aesculus, and it was found that they suffered from prolapsus ani. Now, coming to its drug picture, we have to remember 4 things about aesculus hypocastum. First is there is fullness. There is fullness everywhere. If there is complaints of throat, there is fullness there. If it is the mouth, there is fullness. If in the rectum, there is fullness. So fullness is found everywhere in aesculus. Now, what do you mean by fullness? That means there is undue amount of blood in the affected areas. It doesn't mean that there is the swelling. It doesn't mean that the fullness we find in the dropsy. But it is fullness. That is a feeling as if the undue amount of blood in those parts. Second point we have to remember, that is purplish color. So the hemorrhoids or piles may be purplish in color. And the venous ulcers which are found in varicose veins, varicose ulcers, they are purplish colored. Third point we have to remember, there is burning. And fourth point we have to remember, there is dryness. So 4 points: fullness, purplish color, dryness and burning. This constitute aesculus. So there is the mucous membranes that are affected from mouth, the throat, the rectum. There is fullness, dryness and burning. Again, we remember there are congestions in the portal system. There is venous congestion. In aesculus, we remember that it is a great remedy for piles. If there is piles that is purplish in color, that is rarely bleeding, and there are sensation of small sticks in the rectum. Here we have to remember the relationship part, which is very important. What is that? That is when after Nux and sulfur have partly cured the piles, but the full cure has not taken place, aesculus is indicated. And also when collinsonia has failed, aesculus cures. And in piles we have to see that there is more or less there is backache. The backache in lumbosacral articulation, and the backache is more or less constant. There may be constipation, and when with the backache, the back gives out. Where in cases of piles, in case of pregnancy, in cases of prolapsus, in cases of leukorrhea, so the patient may come with a different complaint. So the patient may have a thick acrid leukorrhea, but she is suffering from piles. She is suffering from also piles and with backache. The backache is worse while stooping or during walking. The patient must sit or lie down. So the patient cannot walk at one go. So there are stops. So he gets up from the chair, he walks, then he has to sit or stay somewhere, then again he sits up, again he walks and sits again. It is like the urine of Conaya, that is interrupted. So the urine goes, then stops, then goes, then stops. So the walking with the backache is a characteristic feature of aesculus. In aesculus, with the backache, there may be piles or may not. So if there is also a history of piles and now the patient has a backache which is similar to this modality, that the patient must sit or lie down, which is worse stooping and walking, aesculus is also the remedy, and you can clearly prescribe it with no hesitation. And again, already I have told you, also in pregnancy the back gives out, also in prolapsus, also in piles and also in leukorrhea. So all these complaints, if there is associated with backache, you can give aesculus. Dr. Kent writes, in aesculus the patient is in confusion. The patient wakes up in the morning and he is confused. He does not know where he is and who are there surrounded him, like lycopodium. And again, from Boric, we have to remember that after hands and feet are washed, they become red. It is found useful in irritation by ascarides and aids their expulsion, and there is constant throbbing pains behind the symphysis pubis in females. Dr. Allen writes its mental symptom that it is despondent, gloomy, very irritable. He loses temper easily, is very irritable, he loses temper easily but gains control very slowly, and is miserably cross like chamomile. And we remember for MCQ purposes 3 points. You have to remember 3 or 4 points. You have to remember. One is follicular pharyngitis. Already I have told you the throat is affected. There is fullness. There is swelling. There is burning. There is dryness. So follicular pharyngitis one you have to remember. Second is coryza. If a question comes that it is the coryza thin acrid burning, so what drug you have to remember? Would you write aesculus? That option will be aesculus. Then you have to think, go for aesculus. Also arsenic has that thin rawness and burning. But here in aesculus it is sensitive to inhaled cold air. Coryza, thin rawness burning with sensitive to inhaled cold air is aesculus. So you remember follicular pharyngitis. Then there is coryza, then there is paralytic feeling in arms, legs and spine. And another thing is, another one point you have to remember. This is it, I think. I have to go for today.